Attention passionate Chicago, BEARS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, BEARS. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some really intriguing news coming out of the NFL, and it's got major implications for the Chicago Bears and the entire NFC North. It's not just another rumor. It's a move that could reshape the landscape of the division and potentially set the Bears on a new, more aggressive trajectory towards another Super Bowl appearance. We're talking about the New York Jets, a team that's been in rebuild mode this season, especially after their roller coaster ride with Aaron Rodgers. Now, reports are surfacing that the Jets are considering a blockbuster trade involving one of their most promising young pass rushers, Jermaine Johnson, and it's not just about clearing cap space or building for the future. This move could be a strategic shift that impacts the entire NFL, and especially the Bears' chances in the years ahead. Sources indicate that the Jets are contemplating trading Jermaine Johnson to the Chicago Bears in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a third-round pick in 2025. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't a small move, it's a significant shakeup. The Jets, currently with a record of 2-6, are looking to lighten their cap load by roughly $10 million, which is huge considering their rebuild status and the fact that they've been trying to find stability on defense. Their defense, let's be honest, has been a bit of a letdown this season, giving up an average of 26 points per game, which is well above league average. So it makes sense they'd want to shift their focus, especially with the NFL's trade deadline looming on November 4th. And when we talk about Jermaine Johnson, we're talking about a player who's really been making waves this season. Drafted in the first round of 2022, Johnson has quickly established himself as one of the more explosive edge rushers in the league. Now at just 27 years old, he's already accumulated a career total of 22, 5 sacks, along with 78 quarterback hits. His stats are impressive, especially considering his age and the fact that he's still developing. His PFF grade this season stands at an outstanding 81.5, placing him comfortably within the top 15 edge rushers in the NFL. That's a clear indicator of his impact on the field. His EPA per rush, which measures how much he contributes to the team's success when rushing the passer, is plus 0.23. This means he's consistently making a difference when on the field, disrupting plays, pressuring quarterbacks, and creating chaos in the backfield. Now, if we look at his 2025 stats, they tell a story of a player who's still evolving but has the potential to be a game changer. In 2025, Johnson has accumulated 8 solo tackles, with over 150 total tackles, and just 1 sack, ranking him around 137th among edge rushers in sacks that year. Interestingly, he has 0 forced fumbles and 0 interceptions this season, but that doesn't tell the whole story. His win rate on pass rushes is at 22%, with 18 pressures, and he's been injury-free, which is crucial for a team looking for consistency and durability in their front seven. His overall PFF grade of 68.4 in 2025, while not elite, still places him as a solid contributor, comparable in some ways to Max Crosby in terms of pressures, with 12 pressures recorded. The explosiveness he's shown this season, especially with blitzes, makes him a perfect fit for a Chicago Bears defense looking to revitalize its pass rush. So why are the Jets so eager to move Johnson now? Well, aside from cap considerations, currently with about $12 million in available cap space, they're also prioritizing rebuilding their offensive line after the struggles with Rodgers, who's been sidelined for most of the season due to injury. The Jets are clearly in a phase of restructuring, bringing in younger talent and trying to develop their core, especially on the offensive front. Johnson's $14 million cap hit in 2026 is not prohibitive, but it's enough to make the Jets consider trading him for picks that can help them fill other needs. The skepticism around this move mostly revolves around the Jets' pass rush, which has seen a 20% drop in EPA, exposing their quarterbacks more often than they'd like. They've already tallied 28 sacks this season, which is decent but not enough to keep up with the best teams, and losing Johnson could further weaken their ability to pressure opponents. This potential trade is a huge boost for the Bears, who are sitting at a 4-3 record, showing signs of improvement but still in need of that extra push on defense. Their pass rush, currently ranked around 12th overall in sacks with 22, has been hampered by injuries in the defensive line, and that's something they've definitely been trying to address. Adding Jermaine Johnson to the mix could be a game changer. Imagine him lining up alongside players like DeMarcus Walker or even Robert Quinn if he's still with the team. Johnson's ability to explode off the edge and get after the quarterback could turn games around, especially in close contests. When you look at his season stats, adding over 9 sacks to the Bears' total would be massive. It would also increase their pressure rate by around 18%, turning the tide in many of those tight, nerve-wracking games. That's the kind of impact that can swing momentum, help generate turnovers, and ultimately lead to more wins, a crucial element as the Bears aim to contend in the NFC North. Let's talk a little about the impact this could have on the division and the Bears' playoff hopes. With Johnson's addition, the Bears' pass rush could become one of the most feared in the league. His track record of pressuring NFC North quarterbacks like Jared Goff, who's been under pressure quite a bit this season, is already impressive. Johnson has pressured quarterbacks 18 times this year, with a win rate of around 22%. That kind of pressure is invaluable, especially when combined with the talents of players like Sweat, who has already tallied 6 sacks. The depth and talent in that front seven could elevate the Bears into a real playoff contender if they can keep Johnson healthy and motivated. And speaking of the postseason, the odds are shifting. Right now, the Bears are considered long shots, around plus 5,000 to plus 2,800 in Super Bowl odds. But if Johnson joins the fold, those odds could shrink significantly. His presence adds a true X-factor for the Bears in the playoffs, especially in a league where edge rushers are often the difference-makers in high-pressure situations. The idea of a fierce pass rush combined with a solid secondary could make the Bears a nightmare for offenses, and that's exactly what they need to make a serious push. Looking at the bigger picture, this trade could be the start of a new era for the Bears' defense. Johnson, with his explosiveness and relentless style, could evoke memories of some of the great pass rushers in Chicago history. His ability to create chaos, pressure the quarterback, and contribute to stops makes him a perfect fit for the Bears' defensive philosophy. Plus, with the team's recent focus on building a strong front seven through the draft and free agency, acquiring Johnson could be the missing piece that takes their defense from good to elite. And don't forget, Chicago's defense has shown flashes this season, but consistency has been an issue. Adding a player like Johnson, who's already proven himself at the NFL level, can help stabilize that unit and give them the edge they need in some of the most critical moments. In conclusion, folks, this potential trade is more than just a move for a young player. It's a statement. It signals that the Bears are serious about contending now, about building a ferocious front that can dominate in the trenches and set the tone for the entire team. Jermaine Johnson's arrival in Chicago could transform their pass rush, turn games around, and push them even closer to that elusive Super Bowl. It's a move that excites fans and changes the division landscape. If this trade goes through, watch out. The Bears' defense will be one of the most formidable in the NFC, and their chances of making a deep playoff run will skyrocket. So keep an eye on this story, Bears fans, because it might just be the beginning of a new chapter in Chicago's football history. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.